Hello, Commander. Is everyone bragging about victories in World of Tanks Blitz while you have nothing to show? Do constant defeats on the New Bay map inspire concern? There's a way out. We gathered the best players and sent them on a quest to find winning tactics. An important feature of New Bay is its symmetry. If your team has an advantageous position in some direction, the opposing team will have a similar position as well. Imagine you go into battle in a light tank. You have several options you can take. The safest is to drive to the bridge. All roads lead to it, so you can't miss it. There's a view of enemy vehicles driving by from the bridge. Choose a suitable target and cause damage in the opening seconds of the battle. If the entire enemy team hunkers down near the bridge, go on an excursion to Chinatown. This is not only an opportunity to witness Oriental culture, but it's also a chance to get behind the enemy line. The task of a light tank is to appear where it is least expected. Now let's talk about the tactics of medium tanks. If you're in a tank with a strong turret and good gun depression and elevation angles, follow the light tanks to the bridge. Play boldly, lure enemies into the sights of Allied tank destroyers. Block damage and deliver retaliatory strikes. When returning fire on the bridge, keep in mind that at that very same moment, several enemies at the entrance to the city have their sights locked on you. By hiding behind concrete partitions, you will avoid unnecessary risks. By taking over the bridge, you will control many of the routes running through the city. Take advantage of your turret armor and shoot at enemies that are awestruck at being in the big city for the first time, as they'll be too busy staring up at the skyscrapers. Stay on the move. Drive to the other side of the bridge to repel attacking enemies trying to flank you. If everything ends well on the bridge and the battle starts to unfold in favor of your team, head to the city where lost tourists wander about. There you will surely find a suitable target to catch by surprise. If you want to take a risk and outsmart the enemy, there is a great option for both medium and light tanks. If you see enemy tank destroyers taking positions near the bridge and there is no one on the bridge itself, move to the port without hesitation and drive past the containers. In just a few seconds, you will be able to shoot at opponents from close range. Just make sure that there is no one else in the area aside from tank destroyers, or else this brave maneuver will turn into an unfortunate failure. Let's move on to tank destroyers. If you're looking for active combat at close range, rush to the park or construction area with the heavy tanks. The tactic of fire, wait until you're unseen fire, works very well. With luck, the Allies will break through the enemy defenses and you will calmly take on any enemies coming from the bridge. Can't stay in one place? Move closer to the bridge, and at the place where the Illuminati hold their secret meetings, lure enemies out to expose them to Allied fire coming from the park. Using others to get rid of enemies is the true way of the conspirator. For those who like more thoughtful battles, there are excellent positions on both sides of the bridge. Take one of them at the beginning of the battle and wait for the enemy to appear. Patience will pay off, because tanks on the bridge are excellent targets. Methodically reduce their HP with precise shots. Once this area is clear, turn your attention to the city. Allies will appreciate a flanking attack on the enemy. In addition, by this time, it will be a festival for one-shotting tanks. Heavy tanks traditionally feel confident on the city map. At the beginning of the battle, steadily move to the construction site or park, all the while discreetly violating traffic rules. In the shadows of century-old oak trees, take advantage of your armor and avoid unnecessary risk. attacks as you try to shoot enemies who are distracted by eye-catching advertisements. If you have an edge over the enemy, confidently go on the attack. Another great way to cause damage and make use of your armor is to drive straight to the bridge. Take advantage of your armor while aiming at approaching opponents. While using terrain irregularities and cover, play carefully so as not to miss the right moment and take a shot when the opponent is in the open. As soon as you see that victory is close, drive under the bridge and strike from behind enemy lines. And then, a little cleanup is all that's left to do. Follow a similar tactic if you're in the lower base area. Roll onto the bridge and vigorously inflict damage. When the time comes, deliver an effective strike from the flank and celebrate your victory. We are sure that there are a lot more winning tactics. Tell your stories of victories in the comments and share this video with your comrades. Together, we will train your allies to play better on the New Bay map. After all, when everyone acts reasonably, victory is doubly satisfying.